Hey, it's Tessa with Hip Over 50. So today I'm going to talk about the British lifestyle. Since I've moved here a few years ago, I've really been enjoying it. It's so different than the American lifestyle. Now, I know I've got an American accent, but I was actually born here in England. Of course, I grew up and spent a lot of my life in the US, but I think that gives me kind of a unique perspective. I both appreciate the British lifestyle and the American lifestyle, but I think I definitely prefer the British lifestyle. And here's why I think you will love it too. So, especially if you're American. So, if I could use one expression that describes it, it would be stop and smell the roses. That epitomizes the British lifestyle. Just enjoy life. And of course, do it while you're keeping calm and carrying on. Right? By contrast, I think I would describe the American lifestyle as work hard, play hard, and die hard. Sorry, Bruce. It's very, very different, much more driven to succeed, and much more focused on getting and doing rather than being. So in England, number one, I think the reason that you would love the lifestyle is people here work to live, like you said. In other words, work is a means to an end. It's not the end. It's not the be all and the end all of life. Work comes in to second, a very, a very far away second to a lifestyle. It just enables your lifestyle. That's what work is for here. I know there's probably some movers and shakers that would disagree with me, but for the most part, what I've observed is definitely life gets top billing here over work. So spending more time enjoying life and less time working definitely embodies a British lifestyle. Number two is they celebrate a slower pace of life here. I mean, I can't tell you how many times I've sat down and had a cup of tea or something with somebody, and you could just sit there for hours and nobody blinks an eye. I mean, there's always a place to sit and have a cup of tea or coffee and a piece of cake. And then, of course, you can pop down to the pub and have a drink with friends or go for a walk in the country, followed by drinks with friends in the pub. I mean, it's just about a relaxed, easy lifestyle. Talk about easy. How about being able to take the train to your destination instead of having to drive? I definitely love that side of the lifestyle. And you go to the seaside. That's a huge thing here. Of course, the sea is never far away, but it's kind of a thing. It's like people love to go there and walk or paddle in the water by the shore, or even go swimming. So it's all about celebrating that slower pace of life. And, even people have picnics here. I mean, when was the last time you had a picnic? People, find a grassy spot, they break out the blanket, get a couple of bottles of fizzy something or other, a couple of sandwiches, and there you have it, a picnic. So definitely a slower pace of life is celebrated here. Number three is the Brits love to take part in traditions, and that is uniquely British, especially these traditions. I mean, you've heard of Wimbledon, right? Home of tennis. And then, of course, there's the Royal Ascot, the horse races, where all the ladies wear the fabulous hats. And then there's Goodwood motoring. You may not have heard of that, but that's also very famous here for classic car racing. It's really, I'd love to go. It's a fabulous event, I hear. And then there's something called Glyndebourne, the opera. It's not an opera house, it's just a very unique country location outside of Lewis where they put on operas, and it's been around for a long time. Let's talk about the Chelsea Flower Show. I mean, Brits are wonderful gardeners. They love their gardens, and gardens are, you find them everywhere. So the Chelsea Flower Show has been around since 1913, and it is an institution here. And let's not forget cows. My personal favorite, because I love to sail, that's been around since 1826, and that's probably one of the most famous yacht races in the world. So taking part in those traditions that are uniquely British is definitely part of the lifestyle here. Number four is taking all of your holidays, and there are quite a few compared, especially to the US version, where you're lucky if you get 10 days a year and you're not supposed to take them all at once. Well, here people love their holidays and they love to book them in advance. It's the highlight of the year, whether it's footing off to Spain or Dubai or Florida for a little winter sun. Everybody plans their holidays and they take them multiple holidays throughout the year, usually coinciding with school breaks. Plus, it's not uncommon for businesses to close for the entire Christmas and New Year period. So people like to celebrate their holidays. That is definitely part of the lifestyle. Number five is the Great British Summer. It would no discussion of lifestyle would be complete without describing everything that goes on here in the summertime. I mean, you can have a little drink of Pimm's, which is very uniquely British. You can head off down to the coast, go to Cornwall, rent a beach house, go to the races, put the top down on your two-seater and drive around the country roads. So I mean, summers can be brief here, so we try to make the most of it, and that's definitely part of the lifestyle. It's just all these unique things, summer fetes in the village, like I said, having picnics, gardening. It's a very much of a lifestyle choice here to really kind of even get a little bit slower during the summertime. And then on number 6 is the list is a sneaky gin and tonic is always appropriate and used to celebrate any occasion on any day because drinking is very much part of the lifestyle here. I mean, if you get on any weekend train, you will find passengers well stocked with bottles of Prosecco, if not cans of lagers, cider, and premixed cocktails because they do like their drinks here. That is why the pub is so popular as well. Number 7, I'm going to say, I think the nice thing about the lifestyle here is it's a kind of a softer, gentler way of living. It's almost a little bit like living in the past sometimes because so many of the traditions, just the villages, the architecture, the ancient places are still very much a part of daily life here. And it's kind of like Harry Potter meets Love Actually. It's a mixture of that kind of whimsical, magical feeling. I think there's something about just being on this island that's had so much history. It's really special, and I think it definitely adds to the lifestyle here. You feel like you're in somewhere special. Number 8, last but not least, is part of the British lifestyle is embracing hardship. It's almost seen as a virtue, I think. And it doesn't matter if you put the top down on the jag and the wind is absolutely freezing. You will suck it up because that is all part of the experience. It's to be a little bit uncomfortable. Life is very much lived by the rules here. And I think that's essentially how life and order is maintained here, but it's very much part of the British lifestyle to live kind of by the rules, make sure you cue correctly. But yes, they do like to break out and break loose, but they do like their rules as well. So I was thinking, I wonder if the lifestyle now is a little bit of a throwback to the days when, you had the haves and the have-nots. You had the aristocracy, the lords and ladies, the royalty, and then you had everybody else, the peasants. And the aristocracy was going on grand tours of Europe, and they were eating and drinking and making merry. Well, now everybody can do that. So maybe that lifestyle was sort of aspirational. And now that there is a middle class, there's an upper, middle, and lower classes, everybody gets to kind of enjoy a little bit of all of that. So I think the lifestyle here is built around enjoying yourself, having a good time, making the most of the day, whether it's cold and gray or sunny and hot as it is now. The British always find a way to make the best of it. If it's cold and gray and it's freezing and it's rainy, you go to the pub, right? And you sit in front of the fire. And if it's sunny and hot, well, you break out that picnic blanket and have a little picnic on the grass, or you head down to the seaside to cool off. So while American life is driven by the need to succeed and keep up with the Joneses, that just doesn't fly here because it's just too much work. So there you have it. The British lifestyle is about making the most and the best of any situation, whether it's pouring rain or the sun is shining. And that is the definition of keep calm and carry on. So there you go. I hope that you will put some comments below if you have any. And I thank you so much for watching, of course. And I will see you soon on the next video. Bye for now.